What's up, YouTube? Promise Keeper, and today is a little bit of a rant on a Giagni kitchen faucet. Our biggest issue is not necessarily that the faucet failed. It did really well for almost 2 years. We loved this faucet, my wife especially, because let's face it, she got more use out of it than I did. There's 1 month shy of using this for 2 years. And my wife hollers for me and she says, "Babe, there's water all over the floor and underneath the sink." Okay, let's figure out what's going on. It's an older house. Copper fittings have failed on me. I've had the valves crack just after years of tension. I did not expect it to be the faucet. But what happened was anytime you actually turn the faucet on by the handle, water began to pour out from the center of the unit. It was also still spraying from the actual nozzle, but it was then dumping out from here as well. And this is not serviceable. If it is, Giagni's not willing to service it or send you the parts to do it. So, 2 things on this I have seen online over the past 2 years that people had issues with. Most importantly was the water leak. And secondly, we never had any issues, but the actual latch mechanism that holds the nozzle, a lot of people complained that that would break easily or come unscrewed and fall off. For 2 years, it worked us pretty well. There's not a lot of room there for forgiveness. So if you don't latch it right, we did drop it a few times. But this was a beautiful faucet. It was an expensive faucet. We're not ones to spend money like that on things, but we lived in the last house for 13 or 14 years, and we had replaced the faucets there 5 or 6 times, and we always bought cheap. We said, we're moving, we're doing all this work. Let's do it once and be finished with it. You don't always get what you pay for. So here is our big problem. The faucet failed. I contacted Giagni in March of this year. We're talking 2021. In March, I contacted them and my wife contacted them. She went further than I did, and she's talked to the same person 3 times. In March, she told them what was going on. They knew there was a problem, and she said, "We'll send you a replacement, but the unit is on back order until July." March, April, May, June, July. They're going to leave us without a kitchen sink for 5 months. If I was a renter and I went to my landlord and I said, "This is not working," they have a legal responsibility to make sure that I can inhabit my home. And part of that would be running water where we need it. For a company that makes a high-end product to expect us to go without or to waste our own money and time to find a temporary fix, that's where they went wrong. So, a friend of mine had a faucet, said, "You can use this, we're not going to put it in." This little project source unit has been sitting there all this time because we are now at the end of September. July was when we were supposed to get the next one. This is September, and we're still using this project source unit. I told my wife the other day, "Hey, shouldn't we have heard from them?" I'm skipping stuff, I'm sorry. In July, she called them, and they said, "It's been pushed to September." September rolls around, and we've not really thought about it because we're so used to using the other unit. But I said, "Weren't we supposed to get a faucet?" She called, checked. We find out this week that the faucet's been discontinued along with several other models. And we are to take this and return it back to the store. And if they give us any problems, call Giagni and they will give us a number that then give to the store so that we can return it. We've gone through this almost entire year with no support from a high-end manufacturer, only to tell us ultimately it's on us to take care of the problem. So if you are looking at a Giagni product, keep in mind that it may look amazing and it may work amazing for a time, but if there's an issue, you are better off going directly to the store, and if they won't exchange it, you just go buy a brand new faucet. Giagni, I will not be a returning customer. So if you've had an experience with one of these, let me know in the comments below. People love a good video where they can come and complain. It just feels good to vent. Thanks for watching.